Shabbat Shalom, my beloved. Today is Saturday, and it is the Sabbath day, February the 14th, and it's also Valentine's Day. Welcome to a very special service on the Sabbath. My sermon for today is actually a question. Should Christians celebrate Valentine's Day? Gather around, pull up a chair. Now, we're going to go to announcements in a moment, but the living word tells us that for this cause a man shall leave his mother and father and cling only to his wife, and the two of them shall become one flesh. Scripture also tells us, husbands, love your wives. Wives, be good to your husbands, the sanctity of marriage. We also read in the living word that God, Yahweh, says that we shall have no gods before him. Gather around. We're going to go to announcements. I'm going to have my coffee this morning. Let me know what you are going to share right now in the comment section with PD while I have my coffee. All right. Announcements. Join us tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Saturday night. It's time for our tiny chat, Rapture Ready Church live chat room. Praise and worship music at 6:30, and I will come to you live with a special Valentine program at 7 o'clock p.m. Tonight, a shout out to a brand new viewer and a subscriber. I checked my messages, and I want to welcome Homer. Homer, I am so happy that you have found my channel, and I will do my best to put out the kind of videos that are inspiring and only bring the truth. Thank you for the wonderful, wonderful encouragement and kind words to my new friend, Homer. Ministry announcements at this point. This is church, and I would ask for the offering if you feel led to give to our ministry and outreach to the homeless. For yesterday, I want to thank precious sister that I love so much, Linda, for a gift to our homeless ministry of $50. Now, I don't know what I did with my glasses. Hold on, let me find my glasses. Let's find out a little history on Valentine's Day. Now, all roads lead back to Rome, and of course the Vatican and the Pope. Now, when I think of Valentine's Day, I'm older than a lot of you, so I remember stories my grandmother telling me, and of a different era, Prohibition, the stock market crash, and you had the mobsters and the gangsters. I can't help but think about the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Not a lot of love there. My grandmother used to tell me that how she lived in Detroit when my mother was a baby, and on the next street over, McKinstry Street in Detroit, was the Purple Gang. So I think of the gangsters, the real gangsters of that era, and the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Let's find out, is it a pagan fertility day? And should we practice and celebrate Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day has become a day for love in American culture, when sweethearts buy cards, candy, flowers, and romantic dinners to prove their devotion to the one they adore. Like many other common holidays, however, Valentine's Day has roots in the ancient festivals of our European ancestors. All roads lead back to Rome. The holiday of Romans has roots in an ancient Roman fertility rite. And we'll talk about that coming up. Easter's not too far off. Known as Lupercalia, celebrated on February the 15th, the Lupercalia was a fertility rite in honor of the gods Lupercus, Faunus, associated with Pan, and the founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus. Yahweh tells us that we are to have no gods before him. The celebration began at the Lupercal cave, where the wolf Lupa, Lupa was said to have suckled the infant Romulus and Remus. Afterwards, priests would sacrifice a goat, symbol of fertility, and a dog, my goodness, symbol of protection, to the gods. gods, more than one, anoint themselves with the blood. Now I can't help but go back to the Vatican and this blood ritual, this purification process where that vials of Pope John Paul's blood, and run through the streets whipping onlookers with a thong made from the goat skin. The whipping was believed to help ease childbirth and promote fertility. Also during the festival, young men would draw the names of eligible girls from a pot or urn. These couples would be paired up until the next Lupercalia, often in intimate ways, before marriage. This drawing of Valentine lots continued in the Middle Ages in Europe. The young man would wear the slip bearing his Valentine's name on his sleeve and attend to the lady with flowers, gifts, and words of affection. Now here we go. As Christianity became more prevalent, the celebration of love became associated with the patron saint of love and couple, Saint Valentine. No one has verified the original Valentine to whom the day is dedicated, although two likely candidates have emerged. One, Valentine, a priest, a Roman Catholic priest, during the reign of Emperor Claudius, was jailed for secretly marrying couples in defiance of orders from the emperor that all marriages be stopped. Now what happened? There was a plague, a small, I believe it was smallpox, but so many people had died that they had lost the majority of their military, so they put a ban on marriage. And if you were a Christian and you were caught joining together, husband and wife, they would rip out your tongue and they would execute you. This Valentine was jailed and died in prison for his devotion to love. So all marriages were banned, especially Christian marriages. Another Valentine was jailed for helping Christians during the 3rd century AD. In prison, he fell in love with a jailer's daughter and cured her of blindness. He was executed on February 14th, 289 AD. All of the Valentine stories were finally combined, and here we go. In 496, the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church declared February 14th in honor of Saint Valentine. The Roman Catholic Church. It's a Catholic celebration. So there you have it. I can remember being a young boy in elementary school. We didn't like girls at that age. We wanted to play with bugs and we wanted to play in the dirt. But on February the 14th, we would exchange cards and give candy to little girls, and little girls would do the same to the little boys, and we didn't even like them. But could this have led to the breakdown in strong Christian values in society today? Young girls becoming pregnant at unspeakable ages, 13, 12, and living together without the sanctity of marriage. What do you think? Leave me comments. If you feel led to give to our ministry, we are taking the collection today. The link will be in the description box. God bless you today. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, be good to your husbands.